Are they new?
Actually not. Maybe I should. Doesn't usually creep out. We talked about the mitzvah of Talmud Torah, what the idea of studying Torah was. We spoke about men, we spoke about women. The mitzvah of Talmud Torah is presented in the Torah as teach your children, which means that the ideal way of really receiving Torah should have been from a parent. So I mentioned Rabbi Yeshua ben Gamla, one of the Amoraim, the days of the Gemara, realized that not every parent was capable of it, so he established formal education. We never must see that as second rate. As much as we appreciate our educational systems, they don't compete with what should have been something much more natural, organic, and that's parent to child. The reason I'm bringing this up is because one day you'll have families and you'll send your kids to school. Don't think that the school will give your children the complete Jewish education. There is so much they must get at home. No stranger is capable of giving it to them. No setting competes with the home. There's no setting that will be able to give the same circumstances as the home. There's teaching from text, there's teaching from life. Schools don't teach from life, they teach from text. In order to do that, it's not just that you have to be mindful, you have to be aware of the fact that you have such a responsibility, but you have to have what to teach. In other words, what is a Jew supposed to look like at home? What is so special about a Jewish family? So the world's gone a little haywire. And it is confusing. And not every Jewish home, not even every Orthodox Jewish home, teaches anything past text. And you got to make sure that you're getting the whole picture. Yeah.
What would you say are some of the most important things out of the text?
The respect with which family members deal with one another. That is crucial.
Could you give an example?
Very simple. Well, what is respect? What is respect? The word in Hebrew for respect is kavod, and it's the same letters as the word kaved, which means heavy. By the way, it's the same thing in Aramaic. Yakar is honor, and yakar means heavy. Respect means taking someone seriously. It means respecting and not negating people's feelings. Oh, it's your problem. It's respecting one another's opinions. What do you know? That's something that, in fact, in a yeshiva where you analyzing text and looking for truth, and everyone's arguing with everybody else, you may pick up the opposite. It's one very, very important thing. A second one, the chronology is I don't know what comes first, really. Priorities, which means what one makes issues of and what doesn't make issues of. What's important, what's trivial? What's necessary, what's nice? The other part of it is that the reality of the Creator, the reality of the Almighty, is not academic, it's very, very real. He's part of your life, he's part of your family. I think these three are key components to what makes a Jewish home. Included in all this, you can call it a fourth thing, but I really think it's part of the others, is just the way we care about one another and strangers. Goes along with respecting people's feelings and wanting to help them. These are things that have to be given over organically, not academically. Yeah, the Torah commands us to help people. That's not what does it. If you do not make a conscious effort to see to it that that's the way you're living, you will be depriving your kids of major components of Jewish education.
And you do that by being that yourself. And
Yes, very much so. Yeah, so this aspect of Jewish education, this aspect of education in the eyes of Torah, is crucial. This is actually this is the way Torah was supposed to be given over in the first place. The textual side of it was also included, and that was outsourced to formal education. But this part of it remains in-house.
Isn't it a saying? It's like, if you have a lost object, you should return to your rabbi, or your parents first, return to your rabbi.
You return to rabbi because he brings you to the world to come, because text is where it's at. But it does say that if your parents are, if a parent is learned, then the parent comes first. Because then we assume that the parent taught you how to live.
What if it's learned not in a textual way, but in like a life lesson way?
If they're well versed in the values, yeah.
Does it matter if the rabbi is like more versed?
No, because then they gave you both. They brought you into this world, and they also give you the opportunity to living eternal life.
Does it mean to teach explicitly, like give a class, or
No.
it's teaching through like shop?
Yeah, life, making sure that's what your home is all about.
So it's. Would you say like in general it's more midot based?
It's also value. It's values.
Right.
Values. It's both. It's values. A lot of values.
Are values not based? Is that not
They're very closely related. There are two different things. One is the way, one is the attitudes involved in behavior, and the other one is just altogether your theology. What you believe in. Okay, I must stop here.